Hello and good evening, Cosmic Explorers, to a super duper double dose awesomeness of your Friday night tune up tonight. I am your co creator host, Hillis Pugh, along with.
Rebecka Gregory here, doing this beautiful show this evening. We're doing our first crossover event, and here on Cosmic Tune Up on our Happy Hour Friday night, have two fabulous guests joining us. The first is Rob Lee, who's joined us. What is this? How many times you been on here? Two, three
Yeah,
times?
this is at least the second, I think, or the
Yes.
third. I think this is the third time. So,
And then tonight, we get to introduce Rocky DeGotti, who's joining us all the way from New Jersey. She's
What am I doing in New Jersey?
What is New Jersey? I don't know why I said that. I guess I just got in I just feel like I'm in Rocky right now. I don't know the whole, I don't know what. Anyhow, so Rocky's joining us, and she's going to be joining us on the CANCUN trip. So we thought we'd bring her along so we could do a fabulous show to get tonight. And also, we're going to cross over to their show after this. So we'll give you information on that later. But, Rocky is a Portuguese and Sicilian grandparent. So she grew up in the world of folk magic and superstitions, herbalism,
And way too much food.
and fabulous food in the old world and new age. She's
Yeah.
also she makes human bone jewelry, as her art has inspired. Look at her beautiful necklace she has on there. And then she's also tapped into the world of ghost hunting. Early days she spent with Tap, Tanola, beyond hacks and tips for the, what do you say, the non famous folks who didn't have the Hollywood budget. And then manifesting magical music. So she also makes beautiful, beautiful music and just works with the spirits and works with herself. And she's actually I just met Rocky last night, and it was just so fun talking to her, just to see all the assets. She's like what I call a hodgepodge, where she has all these beautiful gifts and just creating them all together. So welcome, Rocky. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you so
tonight. I'm
much.
just
That was a
rambling
pleasure.
on.
Welcome, Wine and
Thank you.
Spirits. Yeah,
I know, and
welcome,
wine and
Rocky.
spirits,
No,
yes.
Wine and Spirits meets Cosmic Insight. So it's going to be a fun 2 hours, you guys. So for those who are watching now, I encourage you to go hop on and subscribe to Chill with an Attitude on YouTube, so you guys can get subscribe now, so that we get notified when we switch over and go live on their channel. So you guys go ahead and do that now. If you aren't already subscribers, it's going to be an awesome 2 hours. So you guys, I don't even know where to begin. Oh yes, before we get
Let,
started, I want to address Indigo really quick. So, Indigo, thank you so much for being a loyal follower, a loyal fan, for hopping over, for being up until 1 o'clock in the morning. But I did not receive your email, so I'm gonna have to check the spam in regards to the crystals you all talked about, because last week we got in deep with crystal conversation, and so Indigo, I will check that and get back to you. So yeah. So, how do you want to do this tonight, Rebecca?
Well, first of all, I'd like to hear Rocky, since we're kind of introducing her, bringing into the fold of our beautiful, trip that we're going to do, all coming together as a group for the first time. So I would like to tell us a little bit more about yourself, Rocky. I kind of, what you gave me, but it kind of got lost just so we had some craziness going on before the show started, trying to get all this sound and everything
Oh,
together.
yeah.
Hence these big ass things on my ears. So
Oh, yeah. I have this really cool cowboy hat that I love to wear, but I can't wear it with the cans. So, and this is just the best sound for me. I know everybody wears the earbuds nowadays, and you all look very sleek and cool. But I'm old school. I like a big old set of cans. And don't make me joke. I know you're thinking of Rob. Okay, you're turning
I'm kind of
purple.
partial to big cans. Yeah, me too. I
Well, see, I just like to keep my shiny head, but it's not so shiny today.
Well, my
Rob.
my Steve's got a head like that. We just use a little turtle wax. It's fine.
I didn't think about Total Wax.
Just a little buffy. It's got some nice shine to it. But yeah, I am a mild mannered hospital IT person during the day, which is an extremely boring job. I'm a retired ambulance medic, so I've had enough excitement for 10 lifetimes at this point. Yeah, I'm originally from Bristol, Rhode Island, and I now live about 35 minutes southeast of Philadelphia in South New Jersey. And I, well, the funny thing is how we all got together. I love telling the story as to how Rob knows me.
Hmm.
The truth of the matter is, long ago and semi far away in a tea room, long ago, I'm friends with Rob's wife for, oh God, if I start counting, she's gonna hit me when she sees me. So yeah, I've been friends with Rob's wife for a very long time, and she and I have known each other, I want to say, at least since the early '90s. So yeah, and it's very cool that this all kind of worked out. It was, I have a feeling she's been the orchestrator all along, because she is very good at that sort of caper.
Awesome.
And I already see you already getting ready for the show. I see you have your spirit, your wine slash spirits in your hand, Rocky.
Well,
So you're getting ready for
I am
part two.
Italian and Portuguese. This is kind of a thing. I go slow and easy. You don't want to go pounding the cheap wine, otherwise your head will be pounding the next day. But uh, it's I've done a little ghost hunting. I've done a ghost hunting both in New Orleans with Kalila Smith from the famed Haunted History Tours and the Travel Channel. I've been on her podcast. She's a lot of fun. And I actually have had some pretty bizarre adventures ghost hunting, as well as in life itself.
Would you like to
So
share a fun story with us, real quick?
Well,
you just read
sure.
my mind, Rebecca.
I
I
know,
think
I
I
always
think one of
do.
my favorites is we've done down in New Orleans. Of course, everything goes to the 10th degree when you get into New Orleans. Part of it is because your brains boil in that heat. The other part is that, like, it's my favorite city in the world, I think, so far. So far, I think, because I've been in all kinds of cities. People walk different ways in different cities. They're all hustling in New York. You got to kind of like do a merge to just leave a building and get out to your next destination to blend in with the sidewalk. I worked EMS in Atlantic City for many years, and it was kind of funny because there people are almost like the Walking Dead, because they're all like all casino-eyed and stuff like that. When you go to New Orleans, people down there just stroll. They're full, they're half in a bag, and they stroll. Nobody's in a hurry. It's this warm, moist, crazy sweet city, and it's got so much beautiful history and so much amazing energy. I love New Orleans, absolutely thrive on it. It's one of my favorite places, like I said, in the world. So outside of New Orleans in Jefferson Parish is there's a town called Frenier, which is actually underwater at this point. And we went, myself and Kalila and her crew, at like dark 30 in a canoe in the bayou. Now, let me set this up that we had a film crew, and we had canoes and small craft boats, because this is a bayou in Louisiana, and it's dark. Now, myself and the other fellow in the boat was from Brooklyn, New York, which was perfect. And I'll tell you why. Because I'd never seen an alligator in my entire life, like, in the real world. And so as the sun's coming up and that haze is coming off the bayou, and we're talking banyan trees, all that moss is hanging, everything smells a little bit like Satan's jockstrap at that hour. And it's just really, like I said, that heady bayou mist is coming up. And then you start seeing them all. And never mind that we're going to see a mass grave from where this woman had predicted the whole town would come falling down. And when the levee broke, the town literally washed away. So she was like sing-songing the death of this town. And they have a mass grave site there. It was a very interesting place to visit. But as we're going in there, all of a sudden the sun's coming up and I'm seeing all these alligators. I'm just looking at this one other fellow in the canoe. I'm like, you see him? He's like, oh, hell no, I see him. And we're just sitting there kind of looking at each other like, they're right there. And it turns out that alligators will not be aggressive with you unless you're aggressive with them. So that's certainly was not an option for me. um, and I also saw a banana spider that day, and frankly, I don't ever need to see one of those again. I'm not a fan, but it was, so these crazy, but when you got out to the area, it was just, it had this real miasma in the air. The air is just like coppery. Is the only way I can describe it. It has that smell, that thickness, that heady heat. We did a similar, we did an investigation at the Old State Theater, which unfortunately has since been turned down. Used to be a speakeasy. It used to have a lot of things. And actually, I can send you some photos of that investigation. I mean, it was just incredible. The place was crackled with energy. Pretty much anywhere you go in New Orleans, you're ghost hunting whether you like it or not.
Awesome. Did you want to say something, Hillis?
Oh no, I'm just enjoying this conversation because, being a psychic medium, being one who's always communing with spirits, it's just, taking that to a whole nother level. It's like you're
It really
actually,
does.
yeah, you're there in the presence and the energy of what some people would call ectoplasmic goo, the remnants of this being who is here. And so it kind of brings to my mind you being a person of many talents, ghost hunting, and being one who is intuitive. How is it being in that type of space or that atmosphere?
I've always had different impressions and I think a little different viewpoint. My grandmother was very much similar. And I think I kind of learned early through her guidance and also like how to compartmentalize, how to
Got you.
tune stuff out. Because also being an EMT, you're there when people come in the world and you're there when they go out. That can be, actually, I considered it at that point. I considered it a privilege,
Hmm.
to be with somebody when they left in spirit
Mhm.
form. That's an incredible honor. I always
Beautiful.
felt, despite whatever the circumstances may be. But in a place like that, well, I mean, on the plus side, you never drinking alone. Um, wine and spirits, all right. But for me, and my sometimes my views aren't always in line with the way everybody sees things, and that's okay. I'm a very much a universalist. Whatever works and gets somebody feeling their best, that's cool with me. But for me, I look at it this way: when people talk, because you can go through all of these shows, you can go through all of the podcasts, and you're going to have some folks are going to tell you there's definitely this is an evil entity, this is a shadow person, this is a this is it's all spirit somehow, and it's all facets of spirit. I think. Good, bad, and the ugly. It's all facets of spirit. And I think if there are facets of spirit that can be negative, there are facets of spirit that can be positive. I think if you're going to believe that there are negative entities, I personally, I think that all of the positivity, and I'm very, very deeply rooted in my culture, my history, my ancestors. So, like my late father, I have a feeling ain't gonna let nothing hurt me. So I have a lot of
Right.
I have a lot of confidence and in my personal guides and that. So I'm not saying, it's not like walking around New York with, dollar bills hanging out of your pockets and saying, come mug me. But it is one of those things where you can be an observer. You can recognize energy without feeling a threat all the time. And I think that makes you a little more
Beautiful.
easy in your soul.
Beautiful.
Mhm.
Thank you for sharing that, Rocky. Yeah, it's really amazing. But before we get into the next piece of tonight, I just want to take this time to give a shout out and welcome to everyone who is here. Indigo, Deborah, Dom, Vignetta, Muriel. Uh, I think Bruce is in here, so thank you everyone for hopping in,
Yeah, Bruce is in
watching
there.
us tonight for this amazing 2 hour show. And like I said, if you guys are not subscribed to Tarot with an Attitude, so just pop over for part two for tonight, Tarot with an Attitude on YouTube, so that way you guys can keep up with us for this 2 hour conversation this evening. So, Rebecca, should
I know
we?
Look,
Rob's chopping at the bit to say something.
Yeah, go ahead,
look,
Rob.
Rob, Jazzy's here.
Yeah, no kidding. No kidding.
Hi,
No, I
Jazz.
just want to say one of the things we didn't talk about was why we're all here, and
Yeah,
I
that is
know.
the trip, Tarot
We're
with an
getting there.
Attitude, the TWAA Cancun getaway of
I know.
right.
2021.
Oh
So,
yeah,
let's make sure people go there when you cross over tonight. There'll be links how to get to Mr. Kaler, Bruce Kaler in there. He's the one that's coordinated this whole thing. And this is going to be 5 nights, 4 days in Cancun. Okay. And we're talking about over Halloween weekend. So TWAA is sponsoring it. Hillis, Rocky, Becky, featured guests there. We're going to be doing panels. We're going to be doing divination by the pool. We're going to be
We're gonna be
doing
doing shots.
we're going to be doing everything. We're going to have a ball. We even have a catamaran trip set up. And guess what? the catamaran trip is already sold out. Okay, everybody that's coming in. So the catamaran trip is sold out. So make sure you're getting in. Get the link from Tarot with an Attitude. It's in the description of the show coming up at 8, where we're going to cross over. But this is
Actually,
going.
Rob, it's actually in the comments of below too here as well.
Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
You don't want to miss this. But Bruce Kaler from Apollo Travel Orlando, but you'll find him at Bruce Kaler at Apollo Travel. That's where you reach out. The prices are still there. It's not, I can't guarantee the $14.50 a couple price anymore because we're past the 21st, but it is still available. We still have spots available. So make sure you don't want to be missing this, because this is going to culminate with a, with a Halloween party with the 4 of us. We're going to be talking to spirits, calling on spirits, and we're going to move it from 10 o'clock all the way till 2 o'clock into the Day of the Dead. And it's going to be honoring the Day of the Dead and making sure we're going to be talking to spirits and find out what they have for us and what we need to know. So that's one of the reasons we all got together. Somebody said, hey, we've got all these people sponsored as special guests. Was it Becky? And said, a lot of people haven't seen each other from the other show, So that's why we're here. We're wanting everybody to see us together because we're going to have a ball. We're going to have a good time. Yeah. So that's my thing of what I wanted to say is make sure you understand that's why we're here. We're doing this so y'all can see, come on over. We want to do crossover. We want people to cross over. We want people from Tarot with an Attitude to meet Hillis and Becky and Rocky and be able to go there. I want those people to come meet me, and we want to get like-minded people together and have an awesome time in spirit and in fun. And that's it.
And what is that word?
Huh?
What is the word?
Bangarang, baby.
Bangarang.
Bangarang. Tarot with an Attitude, the Barefoot Bangarang tribe. Get barefoot, find your magic, find your childhood again. Bangarang, so you can find your wings and you can fly. That's what we're about. There we go.
And all you next people have been cooped up for a year, so you owe yourself this.
I know.
And you know what? You know what about this? What people need to know. This is a 4-star, all-inclusive. It's the Riviera Cancun. You can look it up, okay? It's a 4-star, all-inclusive resort. It is massive. And you could bring your kids. There's a whole water park. Your drinks, your beverages, everything's included except getting there. You got to get yourself there.
Yep.
They're even picking up the transfers from the hotel to the airport to the hotel. This is going to be huge. It's like a cruise with no seasick. Okay? All the great food, everything else. For those of y'all like me, your alcohol is included. So there we go. Okay?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
And Rob,
yes, ma'am.
Thank you so much with you and Bruce for putting this together and for inviting us along for the fabulous, magical, spiritual ride.
Yeah.
Yes, fantastic job, guys.
And it is going to be a ball. Don't miss it. Don't miss it.
And so let's move on with tonight, because I see Carolyn has questions for us. So Carolyn asks, "Hi, I am feeling that I am blocked so much that I can't think or meditate. Any suggestions on how to get unblocked?" So
Metamucil.
I think Rob is cranky baited.
Oh,
man. I can't with you.
I can't help you. That's Tarot with an Attitude. Sorry, can't help it.
No, that's fine. So and actually I was far ahead of everyone else on this because I saw the question first. So Carolyn, what I feel definitely, if in the practical sense, man, I gotta take these headphones off. I feel like I'm like talking really loud, but I'm not talking loud.
Try having these on.
Now I see what singers go through. Having this in there. Yeah.
Don't forget, you can turn your volume down on the computer in the bottom right corner. You can still back that down and make it comfortable for yourself.
Right.
Yeah. So, Carolyn, what I was saying was, for the practical sense, to assist in the process of meditating is to, one, sit in a salt bath, which really helps to clear the energy first. And sometimes, you, in the practical sense of meditating, you might have to set the mood for yourself to meditate. You might have to create a space. to you is almost like a ritualistic space and energy for you to get into the connection with spirit. And as you move into that space of connection with spirit, you allow the flow and allow yourself to relax even more, to allow yourself to receive what you're asking yourself to receive when you need to receive it.
Cool.
Mm.
I think
Cool.
that's great advice.
Yeah. Rob or Becky, you
Or
guys, or
Rocky.
Rocky, you got anything?
Well, I was thinking, I saw it briefly go up, and I completely agree with everything. And also, Epsom salts, they're so good for you too. It's so good for your skin. But in a way, I almost have to distract myself because this may shock you all. I can be very high toned. And when I'm like, wound up, and I know I got to take it down a notch. Sometimes, if you've had that crazy day, there's no other way to describe it. You've had a manic day, it's really difficult to dial it back, especially if you're trying to center yourself, and especially if you're trying to put yourself in the zone. You almost have to, and forgive the image, but you have to seduce yourself. Like you said, set a scene, and kind of, it's almost that's what a teacher told me years and years ago. They said, basically take yourself out, be nice to yourself, give yourself some wine, whatever wine, give yourself some tea, do whatever it is you would do if you were going to pamper someone else. Do it for yourself.
Yeah.
Yeah. What I'm getting here, and right out of the gate, I'm using the Power Tarot cards. And what Spirit told me here is this is a challenge that you can resolve. It's what's
Mm-hmm.
written right here. But what you have to understand, so you're in this conflict of will, and we have to remember the world right now is a very negative vibrational energy. So if you're not getting up every day, you got to prep yourself. If you really want to be in touch with spirit and have this, it's an everyday, every evening prep. It's something you got to do. Withdraw from the drama of others. Turn off the negativity, turn off the conspiracy theory crap. I'm telling this to a lot of people. And remember, spirit can talk to you. It's spirit is talking to you. You're not hearing spirit. It's not that anything's blocked. We got to slow this down. You got to get the hamster wheel to stop so you can hear again and listen. And what I got, this is going to go right along with Rocky from the Whispers of Healing. It's a green card, but it's sensitivity. You
Mm-hmm.
have to make yourself sensitive, and that means I tell people all the time, when you're talking with spirit, talk out loud like I am talking to you. They want that one-on-one connection. And guess what? It also brings it from the head into the heart. It makes it real. You're putting the energy out there that you want to. Make your sounds like Becky. Becky does these sounds and things like that amazed me on the last show. Kind of took me off guard. But,
I know.
Some of them, I'll leave that alone.
I don't want to know. Do I?
Shit out of you.
This isn't going to be like that I'll have what she's having scene, is it?
Yeah,
No,
no,
not at
no. Those were not the sounds. Husband, listen, those were not the sounds, okay? But that's the point. You got to become, you've desensitized to it because of all the other crap. You've got to meditate, fake it till you make it. Keep going, talk out loud, get outside, get in the sun, get your feet grounded. Understand once you get out of whack, it is an effort to get back into shape, because it's just like stopping going to the gym. So you got to turn that mind back off. That's what I've got. And that's what Spirit said. But you can resolve it.
Oh, my turn? My dear Carolyn, I have one question for you, which came up for me, is where aren't you honoring yourself to step into who you truly are? And blocking yourself because you're afraid to see what you need to see, to feel what you need to see, and to be who you need to be. And that is my message.
There you go.
I love it. I love it. Simple and sweet.
That's what came. I'm short, simple, to the point tonight.
I love it. And so, everyone, I just want to say thank you. And if you guys have any questions for us, you're more than welcome to put them up. Or if you guys want to hear about, want us to do this again, or want us to talk about any topics, you're more than welcome to email us at cosmicinsightradio@gmail.com. Thank you so much for watching, everyone. And so now we have a question from Vignetta. Vignetta, I would love a message for my highest good if one of you feels drawn. And so, Vignetta, I'll take this one first, guys. Just if you guys want to pull or anything. Um, what I feel for you, and I feel this is not just for you, Vignetta, but for everyone who's watching presently. But you were the one who brought this up in the energy. And so, what I feel is that you have to allow yourself to step back into your power, to know your power, to know your will, to know your strength, and to know your strength and to understand what it is that you are really capable of doing, to exit the fear and to step into your love, step into your confidence, step into your courage, step into all that makes you you, and to release the past because the past no longer serves you in this energy that we're stepping into. The energy that we're stepping into is definitely one of higher vibrating energy and field. And so, as you step and move into the energy, you have to step away from the old. So, yeah. Who's next?
Go ahead. I'm still drawing. I'm doing something kind of off the wall. Let's see what's happening.
I love off the wall.
Yeah.
I'm just feeling Benetta for it's Benetta, correct?
It's Vanita.
For Benita. I'm sorry.
Oh, Vanita, sorry.
No, Benita. I'm just, I'm kind of, I'm feeling in what Hillis was feeling in, and I feel like you're going, like a lot of people are right now, going through this huge transformation, and it's just for you. I feel like there's look, my throat's starting to get like there's something you're not speaking about. There's a blockage in the throat and voicing of what you truly want to voice from your heart with something that's keeping you stopped, and you need to step past that and look at that darkness around that, which is actually a huge ally for you to step into the truth of something, to set your soul free that's been blocked for a really long time, and open that energy up for you to expand out and open up into, and once again, to who you are, and claim that, of claiming that voice. And in that darkness, I feel like there's this beautiful gift that's going to open up when you take that journey and set yourself free and open up to the love of you.
I love it.
Cool. Rocky, you want to go?
Sure. I pulled a card. This is a deck I've been enjoying, an oracle deck called the Magic of You. If somebody's doing shadow work, great deck to explore some of that with. And the card that I drew is transform the way you see. And I think, Benita, the way I would interpret this now, just indulge me for a moment on a quick parable. My dad was an art teacher, and people used to ask him about how he taught people to draw. And I'm an artist, and I'm from a family of artists, so this is a common thing. Well, can you teach me to draw? And his tagline, and he was a career art teacher, he used to say, I don't teach people to draw. I teach them to see. Mm-hmm. And I think that part of the last step with your blockages and everything is you need to stop looking at blockages as impediments. I think you need to kind of change the way you view the situation, because we get into our roles, we get into our routines, we get into our ruts. And what happens is that we see things the same way all the time. Try to find a way to step outside the situation. See blockages as opportunities, challenges as gateways. You kind of got to change the way you see. So would be my advice to you, is to maybe like take a step out, try to either you can always talk to somebody who's objective, or just try to, get outside of your head and change the way you see.
And you know what I've started doing on Tarot with an Attitude, I'm actually drawing from 3 different decks and putting it together as a story. And this is amazing. And Rocky, this is just echoed. So 3 different decks, Benita, are echoing exactly what Rocky said. The first card I got from the Line Strider deck was the reverse 4 of Pentacles. So what that's saying is you're stuck. You're personally not moving. You're at a base. You're comfortable there, but there's something you're supposed to be doing. From the tarot, the Power Archangel Tarot, read what this says. Prosperity arises from wise planning. Time to take the next step. You are stuck. You're not moving. Optimistic plans that turn out as expected. You're going to have to change. And look at the card that came up from Whispers of Healing. Transform. It
Mhm.
is
There you go.
absolutely time. You want to take the next step. You feel it, you desire it, or whatnot, but you're too locked into the base that man has taught you. Step into a spirit base, broaden your mind, be willing to accept some things that man doesn't accept, okay? And you will transform. And what I'm really picking up here, this will be a beautiful transformation.
Mhm.
This will be you. You've got some blossoming to do, woman, and it is going to be great to watch you
Yeah.
blossom if you can grasp this.
It's you,
Yeah.
only better.
That's
I love that. I
You,
love that.
only better.
Thank you, everyone. So, David Gregory has a question.
David.
It's your bananas. The bananas are bad. It's the bananas, David.
Brother, you live in freaking Florida. That's the land of the everlasting insect.
Oh,
Okay,
sorry. Wrong
you know
question. There it
that's
is.
all right.
Oh,
That's what's going on. It's the heat. It's the change, and you got to remember we've had honestly on this because I was asking the same question the other day. This is literally with all the dampness, the weather change, things like that. It's like they've come out. It's just crazy. Bear with it; they'll go away. And just talk with your
Yeah.
mouth
so you know
closed.
he lives with my crazy ass.
Yeah. Oh, yes. No kidding.
So, but the funny thing about this is that when I saw that, I thought about what was said to me the other day about the power and the importance of the vultures.
Oh yeah.
So flies are the insect versions of the vultures. They help to
Now,
remove.
vultures don't land on my freaking picnic. Okay. That. Yeah.
You're going to the wrong picnics, Rob.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh my God.
Well, I mean, you know what I mean, in the energetic sense that the
Yeah. No, I
fly.
got you.
Yeah.
I'm more of
A
a
lot of
butterfly
cleansing
girl.
going on in this house.
Yeah, a lot of that. So, Rob, I mean, not Rob, David, I think you got your answer for that, but you know
Are
how to
you
get a
picking
hold
up
of
on
us.
anything, Rocky?
The bananas are bad. No,
Okay. I threw them away. So
I actually, you know what? Ever since we started, I've had this like weird. I get like this Tourette's kind of thing. Who is Miss Ida? And is she connected to anybody here?
Yes, she's my grandmother.
Oh my goodness, she's
Okay.
so cool. I was just like, and it was just like this. They said, because I have a good girlfriend named Ida,
oh my
and
gosh.
and
Okay.
and I would just call. In fact,
She's here.
one of the other gals that's in the room knows I. So I mean, like, so the name Ida is not unusual to me because I use it all the time. But this was like, no, Miss Ida
Yeah,
specifically.
yeah,
What a cool vibe! What a strong, gorgeous woman.
yeah.
Well, Miss Ida just came through my light. It just turned on and it's shining so bright right now.
She's bright.
So, what did you want me
Thank
to
you,
know?
Miss
Because
Ida.
obviously she showed up for a reason. She showed up for a reason tonight.
It's kind of funny. I just like got this. She wanted to know that she was. Do you have a trip going back? Are you not from Florida? I assume. Are you going like
No.
back home at some point, wherever back home is?
Well, I was just back home month ago. I was back
She
home
says
in May.
consider the source or something at the source. Does that make sense?
I got a feeling of what she's talking about. Yeah, I got a feeling. Yeah.
That's what I got.
Hillis, Rocky and I do this all the time. So once she picked up on Ida, I just went ahead and drew a card. What's Ida saying? And you got the star, bro.
Intuition.
Intuition, things like. Did it clue in with something with you, Becky?
No, as I said, I was sitting here, and when you said Aunt Ida, my literally light, which was down, literally turned up all the way and shined in my face. Like then that was, oh, here comes a fly on top of it. So she's showing up as a fly right now. No, it just shines so bright, and that's what came to me is like star shine bright.
It literally comes up a dream come true. Okay, keep believing in yourself. She knows that you do, but the end of a difficult situation. That's what I'm picking up here. She is here to let you know That hit home, didn't it? That there is a difficult situation that will come. You have a star to guide by. Don't lose hope. Okay? That's what Ida is here to let you know. Rocky and I make a great team.
Okay, Rebecka, you take over. I need a minute.
No, you get a minute. We're live.
You know, I've been
Okay.
accused of making grown men cry before, but not like this. You know?
Same.
Awesome.
No,
That's
well, my
awesome.
grandmother means a lot,
Yeah.
and
Oh, she's got such a cool vibe.
and I had a
Mhm.
reason
I can't.
because she came through last week, and it's just reinforcement of the message she brought last week, and so it's they are like my, and when I say they, I always speak of my mom and my grandma because it's always the three of them together. They are never alone. They are always together, and they are such my cheerleaders for me.
Absolutely.
They are, and it just broke me down, y'all. Grandma.
Well, while you're getting your breath, my wife is in the same room. She's pulling cards on the other side of my table. Okay, and when she pulled on that, we got the sun.
The
Okay,
sun.
so that's what your grandma's here to tell. Or Miss Ida, excuse me, sorry. Okay,
Yeah, she's
is
like,
here to
I
tell.
don't know you yet.
Miss Ida.
Yeah.
Miss
So,
Ida.
but that's what
Miss
So
Ida.
we've got the star, the hope. The situation's coming to an end. You're going to come out of this okay, and the sun's going to shine. Okay.
And you're gonna get a pet bunny.
I could just grab one from out of the yard. They hop everywhere.
Right.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you, Grandma,
Oh,
for that. Oh my goodness. Oh,
that was
so
Stop
awesome.
beautiful.
hogging
That
the
was
show.
awesome.
This is for other people.
I
Yeah,
know.
I know. Gosh.
So we're going to move on now to Miss Indigo, and I want to
I
take this one
loved this
because
when I read this. That's
I know. I saw it
outstanding.
too.
That's fantastic.
I know this is one of my favorite things. And I'm going to take the lead on this because I teach about this often. Because you guys know I'm a poet, I'm a wordsmith, I'm very fanatical about words and how the use of them, and the words give so much power to what we create in our universe. So we have to understand the meaning and the origin of what we utilize and verbalize. And so the word trying, because a lot of people say trying a lot. And the word that and so people often put the word trying in an affirmation, and that just bugs me. It just
Yeah,
really bugs me.
I'm with you,
So
brother.
exactly. So what I've been telling people is that instead of saying trying, say I am allowing or I am doing instead of
Hmm.
I am trying. Because when you allow yourself to open up. And if you say I'm doing, you're taking the action to do it. So which is really in that space. And in addition to that, I just want to also break down uh the word not, or when we say can't, won't, will not, those variations. And I'm saying this because I'm speaking from experience and I also teach about this. And so when we use those words, when we say it in that fashion, the universe does not hear the not in cannot. The universe doesn't hear the not in won't or will not. The universe doesn't hear that. The universe only hears the your intention and the word I will. For example, the examples I always use is I don't want to go to work today. Why? Because it's Monday. Because there's that collective energy around Monday. And so we have like, I don't want to go to work today. But instead, what happens, you end up going to work in a reluctant manner or in a resentful manner because you're doing something you don't want to do, but the universe has provided the way for you to do it reluctantly or in some, oh, Rebecca, what was that?
Energy.
Yeah. And so so in that space, in that vein, we just have to really be more cognizant or aware of the words. Rob?
Yeah, and if you remember, I was telling somebody a little while ago, speak the words, talk
Hmm.
to spirit. That is so important because of what you're saying. And when I tell people about positive affirmations, keep the negative out of it. And I
Hmm.
hear a lot of people with their positive affirmations. I will not be angry. Well, all you've done is focus on anger.
Right.
So you've set the intentions whether you wanted to or not. You need to say, I am happy, whether you are or not. Those words will change your life. Being able to say, I will be strong. I am happy. I am strong, particularly when you're not. That's what the universe hears. And you're also forcing your mind to focus on the intentions, and most magic wraps around the intentions that are set, and you set them on what you want, not what you don't want.
Exactly, because the language creates the vibration in which you
Hmm.
want.
Yep.
As we move into as we move into the 4 and 5D energies, which is all about vibration and intentions, and that, and so you know it is.
We're learning a whole new way to function.
Yep.
Yep.
Well, you
Yep.
know, if I may, I
Yeah.
think
Go right
like
ahead.
neuro linguistic programming, because I know that
Hmm.
Beck and I were talking a little bit about hypnosis. I'm almost done with my hypnotherapy certs. Neuro linguistic
Okay.
programming is so huge, and it's people say you are what you eat. You know. Basically, I think what it is you make a fulfilling prophecy when you speak.
Hmm.
Indeed.
So if you're it's important because people say, well, but if I'm saying something and nobody hears it, you hear it, and
Yeah.
there's a part of your brain that hears it, stores it, and uses it
Hmm.
for or against you at another time, especially if you're stressed, especially if you're trying to work through a block, trying to get over a difficult time in your life, trying to any of the things that we go through day to day and through our lives. So it's important that you say nice things to yourself, not
Hmm.
just other people. A lot of people are very nice to other people and incredibly cruel to themselves.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, and I talk all the time about. I used to say I grew up. My dad used to tell me, and damn him for this. When I did something wrong as a kid, he'd say to me, "Didn't a little voice ever come to you and say, 'Hey, stupid, you're not supposed to do that'?" And you know what? You know what I grew up saying when I made a mistake? I'm so stupid. I'm so stupid. And
Yeah.
now my
It's
wife
a
actually
cellular
catches me
memory.
on it, and I have to turn around now, and it'll be a habit. I'm breaking it and saying I'm so stupid. And I go, wait a minute, no, I'm not. Okay, because I was smart enough to slow down and figure this out. Okay, I got it right. But we have to change those little habits because those little words are power.
Yep. It's all
I
about
did
the
that
cellular
today to
memory.
myself, Rob. I was getting
Yep.
out of the car, instead of opening up the trunk, I flipped the gas tank thing, and I'm like, that's so stupid. I'm like, what are you saying to yourself right now? No, you're not. Will you stop being ridiculous?
No
Right.
one
You're
is
ridiculous
stupid.
right now. And I'm like, get over yourself. So I had that experience today. So thank you. And it's so important, so that we use those neurotransmitters to reprogram, the way we function, the way we think, the way we vibrate, and what we bring into our field, because that is where we function from.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes.
That
Yes.
being
Yes.
said, oh, I'm so sorry.
No. No. Go ahead,
Yeah,
Rocky.
go ahead.
That being said, a well placed "oh crap" is not a bad thing either.
No,
No.
that's not it. I got
Oh
better words
crap!
than that.
Yeah, we all do.
You need
I
to
just
watch our
Did
show
you
from last week. We
tell
I
talked
tell
about
them
the F
what I
word
made you
last week.
do? We did a whole show on the word fuck.
oh nice. I didn't know what the
Oh man, I
parameters
missed that
were
one.
on this one, so I didn't.
Yeah, it took Hillis out of his box. So I'm like,
Yeah,
Hillis,
you
we got
better
to talk
watch it.
about this.
And so,
Here we go.
we're coming to the close of this first hour, but I want to
Oh,
get to
wow.
this because it's really important, since we also do energy updates and transmissions. What I would like for us to talk about, and Rebecca, I don't think I mentioned this to you.
What did you
Uh,
leave me in the dark about?
I think what it was me talking about. Well, I saw the other day how starting July 3rd, which is tomorrow, or is it today? No, it's tomorrow, to
Okay.
July 7th is going to be the opening of the Syrian gateway portal,
Mm.
which is a very powerful energy. As this portal energy opens, it allows us to assist in greater manifestations, since Jupiter is currently in retrograde, and it's the longest planet that goes into retrograde. So this is a time of prosperity, time of joy, time of great manifestation. So the words, thank you, Indigo, for that question, really tie in to how we create and manifest, especially now during this time. And now that we are going to be opening up to the Syrian portal energy, which is where I get my energy from, is from the planet Sirius, and how it really moves into that space. And so as we move into this, I want to see if there's any more questions. Oh,
We
yes,
got
there is
Dust
one
Man 50
question.
rocks.
So before we get into this, I want us to answer this last question. And so what I want us to get into is to really help to open up the energies for those who are watching, to allow themselves to tap into the vibratory field, to manifest, to really step into those new energies. You up for that? For a good transmission?
Am I doing my sound?
I don't know, whatever you want to do.
I can say this much: I've never been to the planet Sirius in my life.
But
And
for
Hillis, let me do this. As y'all in the show with that, I'm going to slip over and get Tarot with an attitude ready for for part B.
He
Okay?
doesn't want to hear my sound again.
Yes, I do, but yeah, I just can't be responsible.
I am just
Yes,
messing
I
with
do.
you. I
Okay.
am messing with you.
right.
So I'm going to
fluffing
slip
your
out.
feathers.
All right.
All right. See you in a minute, Rob. Thank
See you in
you.
a minute.
joining us.
Thanks.
And so wait, where was I? Where was
And I
I?
want to thank Rocky for coming on our show tonight and joining
Oh, it was
us.
a pleasure.
And
I'm looking forward to meeting you in Mexico.
yes, yes, and telling us a little bit about yourself. And real quick, oh, there we go. He already answered it for me. Her website's listed below. I was like, how can people get in touch with you? And there you
All
go.
right.
Yeah, they
There
can
we
get in
go.
touch with me through Darker Art Studio. I am. I have the human bone jewelry that I designed there. Also, there is a page on that website for the Front Porch Tarot. So I do video readings and also in-person tarot. So you can contact me through the page. And if anybody is in the Philadelphia, South Jersey, tri-state, Delaware Valley kind of area, August 13th through 15th, I am going to be at Monster Mania Con.
Okay.
Awesome. Thank
Awesome.
you, Rocky, for that.
Thank you,
Everyone
Rocky.
go check out Rocky's website at
Yes.
darkerartstudio.com.
Love it.
And Dustin, my friend, thank you for checking us out tonight. Thank you for being
Thank you.
here. Things are going to get worse long before they get better. I am ready for it. Are you? So, Dustin, I guess I'm a little confused by what you're asking in regards to things going to. I'm not sure if it's a statement or a question, but what I can definitely tell you, based on what my grandma
She's interfering right now.
She is
She's busy.
jamming those
Well,
circuits.
while we wait for Hillis, I'm okay because we're running out of time here. So I am ready for it. Yes, I do agree with you, Dustman 50, that
over
we are
there
in
now.
for. Oh, he's back now.
No,
Are you,
go.
Miss Ida
Go
jumped
ahead.
in.
No,
You
go
were go-
ahead.
Oh, do you want me to finish? You were
Yeah,
gone.
yeah.
Oh,
Finish.
okay. No, I was just simply saying with the energies and everything that's happened, I know the world's like just everything's coming up right now. We are in a huge new wave of a new world. So, the only thing you could do right now, sit back, stay in your heart, stay in the love, and hold on for the ride.
Indeed, that's all
And
you
Rocky
really
was about
can
to say
do.
something.
Yeah, I didn't want to cut anybody off. I get the whole things are going to get worse long before they get better, and I agree. But I think something to note is this is all cyclical. Like
Mhm.
I hate to tell you, I don't find the human race to be terrifically original as a whole, and we have gone through plagues before. We have gone through
Mhm.
civilizations breaking down. So it always does get worse, and then it always does get better, and that's how it goes. And
Yeah.
we're all still here. So
And we signed up
Indeed.
for this to be here at
exactly.
this fabulous time. And even though things are crazy out there, and then Hillis, you can finish. There's so much magic happening right now that it's just off the wall. So open up to the
Indeed.
magic.
Do you think there's more
Because it is
magic,
there.
or do you think people are more aware of the
Oh,
magic?
I think we're more aware of the magic. The magic's always been there, but the
That's what
veil's
yes,
thinner. We're
that's
opening
oh,
up.
what I thought.
I watch my words there.
well, it's
Hillis
two
wants to
part.
speak.
No, it's two part because yes, there are more people becoming more aware of the magic, and so as people become more aware of the magic, there's going to be more magic. It's going to raise the
Hmm.
vibration. So I
The
I
veil
can
thins. The
yes,
vibration levels
exactly,
rise. We function from a different
exactly,
space and time.
exactly. That's exactly it. And
Well,
so, everyone who's watching, thank you for tuning in as we're going to do a real quick meditation.
and we are. Do we have time? It's 7:52,
Yeah, we have
and
time. I
she's
was
got to
just
get on the other call.
Aren't
so
you guys
Rocky.
coming over to the other call?
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well,
So
duh.
Rocky,
So
if you
like
want,
sounds like they can
okay.
start without us.
Yeah.
So
Hello,
everyone,
Go
Diva.
ahead.
right? So everyone, where you are now, just allow yourself to relax and put your hands over your heart, over your stomach, over your head. Just touch yourself. Make yourself feel good because that's what this is about. Allowing yourself to feel good in this space. And just imagine this beautiful ray of light, this beautiful crystalline golden ray of light coming in, shining down, connecting to your heart space, connecting to your solar plexus, and connecting to your voice. Because this is the center of creation. This is the center of your power. This is the center of your love.
And just close your eyes real quick. Well, your eyes are closed. Just take a deep breath and breathe into the words and the imagery that Hillis just laid. And I'm just going to do a little sound just for a quick, just to open up some energy that's coming in.
Allowing the divine balance of masculine and feminine. Allowing the heart to open. Allowing the voice to be open. Allowing the will to be executed. Manifesting a new path, a new purpose for you to follow, leaving the old behind, allowing the old to fall away. As this golden crystalline light vibrates to your current frequency, and you allow for this golden crystalline light to allow you to take you to a higher vibrational platform for you to exist in the space of unconditional love and unconditional acceptance as this new path before your feet to guide you on your journey. Allow for this newness, this love, this divinity that you are to be one with you, to assist you, to feel you, to be present with you always. And just allow yourself to come back now. Be present in this body. Be present now. Woo! That was short and quick, everyone, but I hope you guys enjoyed the power in that. And if you haven't subscribed already, I know you guys are probably tired of talking to me about this, but pop over to Tale with an Attitude on YouTube for part 2 of this 2-hour cross show event.
Crossover event. Peace out.
So see you guys in a few minutes.
Catch you in the flip.
Good night, guys. Keep on exploring.
Till next time.